scared to take on tomorrow. Cause you're volatile like the water. And you promise what you don't know. Sometimes it's right and then it's so wrong. Them go through like say them why. Will promise you the world. Brother, all now worship. Upon all of the open eye. I see no feel water. Can't read or be letter.
Airtel, the smartphone network. The program you're about to watch is proudly sponsored by Abeg in association with Patricia.
The following content is rated 16 and is not for viewers younger than the age of 16.
Previously.
Is it that you don't know that I had issue with you?
I don't know, Jack. It's not my business who is having beef with who.
Ebuka, the loyalty is tell me.
So she didn't tell you that she had made up with that was your problem?
Yes.
You
respect yourself.
I don't want anything
Because
that has
the
to do
first thing
with
was
Jack.
Katrina and you. I don't want it. I just told you not to talk anything about my mom anymore.
It's the fruit. Your mom is
just
fruit.
respect yourself.
I said fruit. What is that?
I had reasons to unfollow you because I was trouble to you.
Not to me. Everybody.
Here we go. It's the show we've all been waiting for. Activating Big Brother Naija. Mama, it's no big deal. Mama, whatever you say, mama, whatever you do, we see you. Mama, it's no big deal. Mama, it's not for real. Mama, anything you do, we see you.
Now, this friendship built from outside the house, and, you know, we would see videos and pictures and Insta stories and, you know, tweets about, you know, the excitement with this. There was even a trip. And then we heard that there was an unfollowing that happened. So let me come to you, Prince, about Dorothy. How did we get to, what's it called, Prido? Right?
Yeah.
Aha. At what point did we get to the... Because Kenya happened. I'm sure we all saw the elephants and the giraffes, you know, kissing them and all of that. What? And then a few days later, we're hearing unfollowed, and I'm seeing all sorts of theories online. And this was what looked like an interesting friendship. People were trying to shape. People thought it was a great friendship, and then we got to this point where an unfollowing happened on both sides. So, Prince, help us understand what happened there.
It was, I mean, everything was good between Dora and I.
So we thought.
Up until a certain day we had a conversation, and the conversation didn't end so well. And she ended the call, and I thought it was I'll talk to you later or something like that, or she didn't feel like continuing the conversation at that point. And literally 10 minutes after the call was ended, I get a call. My phone starts buzzing up to notification. It wasn't even up to 10 minutes. It was less than that. It was like, oh, she has blocked me. I was like, okay, cool. Then I went on Twitter, on WhatsApp, sent her a message. It didn't deliver. I'm blocked there too. I tried to call her number. It wasn't going. I'm blocked there too. Tried Snapchat. I'm blocked there too. Twitter, I'm blocked there too. I was like, oh, okay. I'll rather...
So you're saying since then you haven't had any contact with her?
Oh, I've tried to reach out to her.
No, trying is different from actually having contact.
Now, she hasn't, we haven't, okay, yeah, we actually did. She unblocked me at some point on WhatsApp, and after I had tried to contact her in different ways, actually contacted her in different ways, because I wrote and I got someone to, because there was no other way for me. I used my brother's number to call or message, and she read it and blocked him. I wrote to her. I literally.
Are you trying to apologize for something?
I was apologizing and explaining what.
So did you screw up, which is why she's blocking you?
Yeah, kind of. I did screw up.
Dorothy. So there's so many theories, and I don't want to be the one to mention names because certain names came up. Certain theories, like I've said, came up. Certain housemates' names were mentioned in whatever brought this to this situation. I don't want to put anything out there, so I just want to give you the opportunity because he has admitted he screwed up. He has also said you did all the blocking, so you are offended, obviously. What got you that upset? Because it was literally from probably 1,000 to 0. Because Kenya looked beautiful.
I felt like he was manipulative, and as my friend, he didn't have my back.
I mean, manipulative in what way?
He wasn't sincere. It was almost like I was the only sincere person in the friendship, basically.
What role did Tolani Badge play in this?
Well, the conversation he's talking about was one that was very shocked about, because we came out of the house and yeah, we were friends in the house and we were always around each other. Out of the house, I didn't expect that 100% because he was with Tolani in the house. She tried to hit on Neil. There was like a little issue. And I remember telling him in the house, don't judge her yet. Get out. Figure it out. So I expected that continuity. Oh, they've seen each other. They've been out. They figure it out. So I come out of the house. And he was literally there 24/7.
There for you?
Literally.
Okay.
He was like the best friend at that time. And I remember asking him a couple of times, how far T-Badge? Where you guys at? It's like, oh, she doesn't want friendship. She says she doesn't want friendship, and it is what it is. He doesn't like to talk a lot about other people. That's one thing about him. Even to me. And I'm like, okay. I didn't have such strong friendship with Tolani Badge. I had a strong friendship with Prince. I will follow what Prince has said to me. And I remember we even took a picture at the protest.
Who are we now?
Myself and Tolani Badge. And everything was cool until after my birthday. I don't you.
I don't with you either, girl.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know that.
100.
Okay.
And after my birthday, there was just so much sob from Tolani. So much. I mean, she had like, most of the back and forth she had were with the fans. I mean, I never reacted because she never mentioned my name. And that was like, until today, in my head, I'm like, thank I never reacted, because I'll come here, sit here, and look stupid. And all of that happened. Fast forward to this conversation that he's talking about. And he was like, okay, Tolani keeps coming at me. Tolani keeps bashing me, telling people different things about me, blah, blah, blah. The only regret I had is being intimate with Tolani. And I'm like, wait. Pause. Let's go back a minute. What did you just say? And he repeated it. And I'm like, you didn't feel to let me know that you had a situation with this girl when you came out of the house. So firstly, I asked you severally, and you're not sincere. You felt the need to not tell me about it. And she's on her side. I mean, you coming at me, I felt like that was wrong on every level.
Coming at your fans that come from me every day, unprovoked.
Okay. And that's why I just said that I never responded to her because she never mentioned my name. Her war was with the fans. So I never got involved at all. And I'm like, there's that back and forth. Because in as much as you claim that you have like the back and forth with my fans, it hits me. I was on blog. There was a post on one of her fan page. I was called like a husband snatcher. My mom saw that post. And all this while, I'm like, what is wrong with Tolani? And I remember I asked him to. I'm like, why is this girl making so much fuss about me? Like, what's going on? What's going on with you guys? Like, let me know. And then he never said anything. And I'm like, okay, so you put me through that. You firstly call yourself my friend. And you put me through all of that. I don't think there's anything about anybody here that Prince doesn't know. So what was the reason for not letting me know? You didn't let me decide whether to be in the Prido, blah, blah. You didn't give me the opportunity to decide whether I want to reach out to Tolani or have that conversation. I was blinded. I was locked out. And then you even want to tell me about it. You decide to put it on me a few weeks before the reunion. Let's imagine Prince didn't say it to me. And I come here and I sit down. And she comes at me. And my edges drop. I look stupid. And I'm very, what word should I use? What word should I use? I'm an extremist. I'm never in the middle. If I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not there, I'm not there. All this while in my head, you have lied to me. You have made me feel like this girl is a mad person. She'll literally see both of us outside and give me an attitude. Obviously because of you. Because aside Prince, have I ever had any issue with you?
We've never had a conversation, really. No vibe, no nothing. So
exactly.
Yeah.
We're not friends. So, I mean, nothing should warrant anything. So I'm like, as usual, girl, I'm not going to be a part of your mess. Please let me finish.
Hurry up, girl. You're taking too much time.
But you will let me finish, right?
Hurry up.
I would finish.
Hurry up.
Okay, darling. I'm not going to be a part of your so I'm going to take myself out. And that was it. And that's about all I have to say, by the way.
I have two questions. First of all, because when we hear all of these monikers of, names being put together, Prido sounded like a sheep to a lot of people. And fortunately, unfortunately, it's very tough for a lot of people to see a guy and a girl be that close and take trips and, have moments and all of that. So for a lot of people, it was much more than that. And listening to this now, I see where you're coming from, but I also wonder, if it was just a friendship, because you liked Prince in the house and you said that, and it's something you've admitted, other things, other events overtook the situation. So for me here now, sitting and hearing, is it a case of it was much more than a friendship, or you wanted more than that, and this wasn't whatever happened with Tolani Badge's story, how it was going to make you look? Because if it's a friendship, when emotions are not that involved, in my head, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Guy, why you mess up, But when emotions are involved, it looks like it's a completely different
Not when
scenario.
the public is involved. Not when the public is involved. If it was a thing of Prince and Dorothy, I wouldn't react. I mean, I could care less.
Yeah.
But there is a Prido thing. And I'm like...
She said is, not was, by the way.
There was, sorry.
Chat.
Was, wasn't, was past tense. And there was that. And obviously they are involved. Don't blindside me like that. Don't do that.
The intimacy happened because I was feeling Prince at the time, and I 100% regret it. And it was whack, by the way. I really expected more from somebody that carries shoulder like this. You should have impressed me, but you didn't.
If you want to speak to me, you want to fight.
I actually requested down.
If you want to fight,
No. I'm not fighting.
I'm trying to get over the whole Big Brother situation. So I don't want to be tagged with a man. I have work to do. I'm trying to chase money. So don't tag me with a man.
Big Brother Naija Reunion is proudly sponsored by Abeg in association with Patricia.
Keep up with me, come on, let's keep winning till the world stops spinning. Independent women, come on, now let's get it. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. Africa, you feel me? Come on, now let's get it.
New styles from Darling. Find your beautiful.
We love dances that create wow performances. And for many stains on so many clothes, we need wow. Wow. Amazing washing power. Foam to remove the top stains. Each wow pack gets a lot of clothes clean and fresh. A lot more than you think. Wow. Washes a lot, saves a lot.
It's scary, isn't it? Putting yourself out there. Ignoring the voices telling you can't. Will you step aside or will you go for it? After all, what's the worst that could happen? So, keep trying. Don't stop. Believe in yourself and go for it. Aladana, available in many variants to nourish you every step of the way.
Exposure to the harshness of the sun takes its toll on your true beauty. It leaves our skin irritated and uncomfortable. Discover your true beauty naturally with the Hawaii range of soaps. Hawaii soap comes in carrot, papaya calamansi, and gold variants. Stay beautiful with Hawaii soap, the soul of beauty. This product is brought to you by Evans Industries. We are proud of Nigeria. We want Nigeria to be proud of us.
Proudly sponsored by Abeg in association with Patricia.
You want to say something?
Okay, first of all, this whole Prido thing, I really thought it was just clout chasing. I really thought Prince just wanted to reach 1 million followers before everybody. Well, we all realized that he bought followers, and he's still stuck at 929k followers. Anyway, I never knew that Dorothy liked Prince in the house to begin with. I can agree with Dorothy, saying that Prince is manipulative. He doesn't speak much. he doesn't communicate at all, to be fair. So you never really know what's in his mind. So the whole Prido thing, I felt like it was very disrespectful to me, especially from the fans. Like, I could be doing the most random thing ever. I'll just receive a tweet, T-Badge in the mud. T-Badge never made Prince happy the way Dorothy is making him happy. Constantly tweets like that. It's like, why do you have to insert my name in this Prido thing, knowing that I've tried to remove myself from this equation? Every day, oh, T-Badge has never been to Kenya before. Prido is in Kenya. Prido is in Africa. Prido is doing this. So that right there just made me so mad. And I really thought you knew about it. Unfortunately not.
And that's
and then,
exactly what I'm saying.
Another thing where I lost respect for Prince was where I caught him and Lilo kissing at the back of a bus, the Saturday night party, which I felt like was very disrespectful because you did it right in front of me.
Sorry, hold up. Slow down.
It's a lot.
You can't just drop certain things out.
I'm dropping it.
Which Saturday night pass is this?
The
in
last
the house?
all-white party finale when we went back to the house.
Jesus. Why did we do this party?
Devil's wearing white.
He kissed her right
the white
in
party,
front of me
we
in the bus.
The white party,
yes.
Just before the finale.
The finale, all-white party.
What happened?
Bruh. 10 minutes.
We were all intoxicated on our way back to the hotel. Both of them sat at the back of the bus, and I sat like right in front of them, only for me to look back and they are making love. Kissing, not sexually. Kissing, no, don't take it there. Kissing. And I felt disrespected that I had to get out of the bus. I told the driver to stop, I left. And this was a conversation that we never truly had. I don't have closure. All he kept on saying was, Lilo was drunk, he didn't want to kiss her, but she kissed him. So from there, I'm just like, this guy is a playboy. This guy will by all means, do anything to get forward in life. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes you got to be patient. You don't have to buy followers, my dear, to try to reach 1 million followers, which is very embarrassing because I rated you higher than that. And I regret being in the entanglement with Prince. I'm saying that 1,000 times over and over again.
Let's focus on where we're here. First of all, when this thing you're talking about happened, where were you guys?
We just got out of the house.
Both been out of the house.
We just got out of the house.
You had been out for about 2 weeks.
We just got out of the house. We never defined our situationship, but the masses knew that T-Badge and Tolani were still together. They were still a pre-badge.
T-Badge and Prince, you meant?
T-Badge and Prince, I'm sorry. Dorothy was still in the house at the time. So me seeing him do that, it's just like, it was a slap in my face. Like, if a guy that I like can do this
So you guys are still trying to work things out?
Yes, we're still trying to work things out. So from there, I'm just like, I don't rate this guy again.
Also, she says something about intimacy, which was what got her.
Oh, that's accurate. That's true.
Had this happened before this?
I don't remember. Answer now. Talk. Okay, that happened before then.
So
but still,
before this happened?
I guess so, but the kissing shot still happened. The intimacy happened because I was feeling Prince at the time, and I 100% regret it. And it was whack, by the way. I really expected more from somebody that carries shoulder like this. You should have impressed me, but you didn't.
Okay, quickly before we get back to what is a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
Your issue with her fans.
Yeah.
Did you see how it would have come off as an issue with her? Because I know I saw a lot of those tweets as well. Mm-hmm. You know, team, what was it? You said husband snatcher. There were a lot of those insinuations that made it look like she took your man. It didn't look like an attack to her fans. It looked like an attack to her, even though you were responding to her fans. Did you see how that looked?
It was a way for me to shut them up, that they can't bully me.
But you didn't feel like it would hurt me in the process.
I'm not done speaking, please. Let me talk, okay? I didn't feel how it was going to reach her directly, but I knew that they were going to deliver the message. Them calling you a husband snatcher, at the time it was true because you didn't know what was going on between me and Prince. At the end of the day, I think the underlying factor here is Prince. I really don't want to have this conversation with you right now. It's Ebuka I'm talking to, so shh.
You're not going to shush me.
Then keep your mouth shut.
I'm not your pet. You're not going to shush me.
Then you're not going to speak to me. I'm speaking to Ebuka, okay?
Were you
Dorothy,
deaf when I said I continuously asked Prince?
And I said he's the underlying factor. That's what I said. You too.
So it comes back to my question, which I kept asking Katrina. Why was it not an option to reach out to the person you think you have an issue with to say, babe, caution your fans. What the hell is going on? Why is that never the first thing that comes to mind for you guys? I never get it. Why did you not think of that?
Because I never had a relationship with her in the house. We never spoke. We never did nothing. Energy there was off. I actually thought she was very pretentious. She did a lot of things for the camera, literally. So when I see Dorothy, I'm just, okay, she's just there. Conversations were kind of awkward. She tried. She tried to have top 5. I'm still making money too. So what's you talk about? I'm still making money too, okay? God. So zip it. And I'm famous too. Anyway, back to your question. I just didn't care for the relationship. I didn't see her in my life. I didn't want her to be in my life. I don't care for her and I don't rate you. Top 5, okay, that's it. And I think you're overhyped. Yeah, with your free endorsement.
I still want to ask, did you think
if you want to speak to me,
you want to fight?
I actually requested down.
If you want to fight.
No. I'm not fighting. I can't hear her clearly from there.
You can hear me.
Don't rap me.
I'm crazy.
Which is why I want to ask this. Sit down. Everybody.
Don't put a show for your animal kingdom.
Girl, just sit
Do
down.
not.
Just sit down.
I'm not going to touch
my
her.
shoes are off.
You should stay on
my
your
shoes are off and I'm ready.
Girl, sit down.
I just want to hear her clearly.
Don't.
So I still ask the same question.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Did you see how it looked like an attack at her?
I didn't care for her. That's
didn't
it.
care.
I didn't care. That's it.
Okay.
And I still don't care.
I think it's clear how you guys feel about each other. Lilo. I just suddenly heard your name inside this conversation, and it's quite interesting. I feel like we need to. What my ambition after this reunion is to go and watch that Saturday night party. Why? From beginning to end. That's a whole other conversation. It's so interesting how so many things happened that day after that day and all of that. What was that about?
I came out of the house first, obviously.
Yeah. Cost like what, 10K?
Huh?
No, she was talking about shoes.
Okay. And Prince and I have been talking.
Coming from a beggar.
Saturday party came. Everyone partied, of course. I was drunk. And he was in the bus. And he was like, oh, come sit with me. So, of course, I sat next to him. And the funny thing is, that night, Tolani was actually there. I think Eric was also sitting next to him. And I actually... he was holding me, so I kissed him. And he was like, oh, you little stop, you're drunk, don't do that.
Who said that?
Prince. It didn't even last 5 seconds, literally, because he actually...
5 seconds.
Because he actually stopped me. So, and I'm going to say something as well. So, before reunion, Prince called me. He's like, yo, Lilo, your reunion is coming. Tell him I talk about this. I want to tell Dora. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, cool, tell Dora. And I didn't even think about it that way, like, okay, why does he want to tell Dora? But Dora is my friend. I'm like, tell her, like, I had nothing to hide. They're not dating. And Dora is my friend. And I will tell her as well. So I'm like, tell Dora. And he's like, okay, cool. So I don't know what happened between both of them. So Dora and I were hanging out. And I just told her, like, yo, did Prince tell you what happened? And she's like, oh, yeah, he told me. But whatever happened between all 3 of them. And I'm like, oh, did. What I wanted to tell you was that me and him kissed on Saturday night party. And he wanted to tell you. But I didn't have a problem with him telling you. And she's like, huh? You and Prince kissed. I'm like, oh, he hasn't told you. So apparently she didn't even know mine. So they had fought about Tolani before it got to him telling her about me. So, you know, she flew up that night and she left. But before she left, she was like, yo, Lilo, I'm going to do something. It might hurt you. I'm like, Dora, just calm down. Like, just listen to what happened. I mean, in my defense, I wasn't trying to say, you're not out of the house yet when it happened, 1. 2, I know, like, I would always ask Dora and Prince, are you guys dating? They're like, no, they're not dating. And Dora is meant to be my best friend. So when the whole thing happened and I told Dorothy, and the way she reacted, I definitely knew something was up.
Which is what I was trying to say.
Right. People react differently.
Yeah.
Y'all leave me be.
And then she's like, she feels used, the whole cloud thing, and I was just trying to calm her down. So that night, Dora just left. And the day after we went to the club, there was already a blog about Dorothy, Lilo, Prince. And I'm just like, I confided in my friend. I'm out on the blogs. I felt like I shouldn't be there. Yeah, I shouldn't be there.
There too.
You were there?
Yes.
And I'm just like, I shouldn't be in there.
House.
That really did hurt me because I'm trying to get over the whole Big Brother situation. So I don't want to be tagged with a man. I have work to do. I'm trying to chase money. So don't tag me with a man. So it really did hurt me. So I just didn't say anything about the whole situation.
The night before her birthday self, he called me. We had a nice conversation. The conversation was sweet, but I knew he was about to do something funny the next day. The next day, he went to go and serenade Dorothy for her birthday, doing Mr. Romantic, doing blah, 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 blah.
It's quite unfair that you put two people in this whole drama.
I'm like, henceforth, when we go on interviews, say we're just friends, so that everybody just moves on with their life.
Big Brother Naija Reunion is proudly sponsored by Abeg in association with Patricia.
It's an action-filled life we live. From the moment we hit the streets, the mission starts. No be by who first starts the waka, but now which person finish am.
No go dead on yourself, super.
So, no matter what it takes to finish the mission, fire on.
Super, commando.
Because you are the hero you have been waiting for.
You want to blow my brother. You want to be the guy you want.
Fire on with Super Commando Energy Drink.
Energy to fire on. Super Commando Energy Drink.
We love dances that create wow performances. And for many stains, we need wow. Amazing washing power. Each wow pack gets a lot of clothes clean and fresh. Wow. Washes a lot, saves a lot.
I've been looking at you from across the way, and I think about you almost every day. Now I think that I must have a crush on you. I hope that you feel it too.
It's the natural ingredients and rich flavor of Knorr that brings people together.
We love colors. New Wow Color. Its performance removes stains and the gentle soap speckles takes care of vibrant colors. Wow Color. Ideal for colored clothes and Ankara.
200 years is no small feat. But rest assured, we haven't missed a beat. Raise your glass to the next 200 years. Johnny Walker, 200-year limited edition packs. Not for persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Proudly sponsored by Abeg in association with Patricia.
Let's come to what 30. Your body's scratching you seriously.
And I think I should move from this seat first. Let me be
have
here.
my seats. Have my seats.
No, I'm fine here.
Yeah, you need to, you actually just be where you are.
Okay. Dorothy, I want to commend you for how you handle your emotions, because I didn't know Jack. Till like 2 days ago that you guys were actually, I thought it was friendship for Prido. And that's why when Tiba
You didn't know Jack what, sorry?
That there was something more than friendship.
Oh,
There's nothing. Anyway, I must commend you for your emotions. So now, there was, first off, I don't know if this whole thing, because anytime I think about Prince, I think about how in the house Nengi rejected you.
And it's like, okay, the person I like rejected me, so I can just act anyhow. That's how I'm saying it now. I can just act anyhow with Lilo, with this person, with that person. And that's very unfair, to be honest.
This is what I didn't want to be
because
a part of.
now we leave the house, and T-Badge told me about the whole Lilo situation. And I'm like, I was just consoling her. I just let it go, because she actually really liked Prince. I didn't know till today, till now, I didn't know anything intimate happened between you guys. So I'm like, okay.
You don't mean it.
So now that I'm seeing that,
At least we're
okay,
using
she
a
went.
safe word now, intimate.
we want to keep it. We want to keep it classy.
enough.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I didn't know anything happened, T-Badge. I don't know why you didn't tell me, but okay.
It wasn't that sweet, so it wasn't necessary.
So anyway, now that I'm hearing from
just keep quiet.
Dorothy, I know this whole thing happened when he gave Dora flowers on her birthday. And I'm like, it's just flowers. And I really pissed her off that day, because she's like, why would I say it's just flowers? And still, I'm like, okay, nothing is going on here. So now I'm realizing, okay, something is going on. And it's quite unfair that you put two people in this whole drama. And then you just, like, I don't get it. You're side playing this person, you're doing this with that person, you're doing this other thing with that person. And then T-Badge is just in the middle of everything. And T-Badge has her own way of handling these things. And I think it was quite unfair.
So even up until her birthday, you guys were still...
The night before her birthday itself, he called me. We had a nice conversation. The conversation was sweet, but I knew he was about to do something funny the next day. The next day, he went to go and serenade Dorothy for her birthday, doing Mr. Romantic, doing blah, 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 blah. And that pissed me off.
When was your own birthday?
October 20th.
Before hers?
Before hers.
Did you get flowers?
I didn't get That's another thing that pissed me off. Where are my flowers?
Did you think something was going on between them?
Eventually, yes. Not
How so?
Because of this whole Prido thing and the comments I should be making on Prince's post, like, let know that I can't put it word for word, but basically just flirting back in his comment section. You know, Prince will go and comment and flirt back. So that was where I was like, okay, maybe something is really going on. But the fans played a huge part of it, and then I just, assumed like, okay, this has to be more than friendship here.
Can I?
Prince, over to you.
It's okay how they both have opinions about me. It's fine. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, but I only say my truth based on how everything happened. And it's actually, I love your consistency with trying to insinuate that Nengi rejected me. We had already established that I was already walking away from that situation. And since you've chosen to believe what you want to believe, it's okay. And like I said before, I wouldn't spend so much time addressing irrelevant people. Everybody knew how the situation was when Tolani left the house, the whole new thing that was brought up and everything. I was sad that she left and still confused about what the hell was going on. You get so, but then she said, Dora said, don't conclude yet. Come out of the house, have a conversation with this person. If you really cared about her, have a conversation with her and try to figure stuff out. And also Erica, who was the person that she supposedly had the conversation with, met me and was like, oh, it's not really how it is, this. And I was like, it's fine, I get it. When I come off the house, I'm going to speak to this person. And I remember you asked me a question on stage, and I said, I will have to meet this person, and we'll have that conversation. So I come out, I'm out of the house now. A lot of people are calling me, telling me stuff. Oh, this girl wasn't loyal to you, this, playing clips of the diary session where I had her back in the diary session, she didn't have my back, and, a whole lot of scenarios and all of that. And then with the whole new thing, so just a whole bunch of stuff that was going on in my mind as at that time. Then I come out, she meets me the very first. Once we got to the hotel, she runs up to me and she kisses me. I'm like, oh, okay, chill. And I didn't even know that someone was filming before I could even get to my phone. That video was online. Everybody was already saying, the video of Tolani and I kissing was already online. Everybody was already saying, they're back together. And that was me just meeting her for the first time. So I get in the house, everybody, my entire team didn't want me to have anything to do with Talani. They were like, this, she's not loyal to you. This one, there's a new issue. There was a whole lot of scenarios. But I was like, no. I like this girl. She's my friend. I mean, even if she had eyes for new, I still want to be able to have that conversation with her. And if we have that conversation and we decide to go different ways, it's cool. But it's not going to make me stop speaking